Hello?
You can hear me. Excellent.
Hello?
I'm not going to say the word
Hello?
that begins with H just to throw you all off.
Hezbollah?
Hello?
Hello.
Hezbollah.
Hella.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Well, it's a word beginning with H. Is it
Today's
not?
episode proudly sponsored by Hezbollah. How is everyone?
How are we all?
Oh, whoa. We're all right. I'm answering for all of us.
I've suddenly started hearing an echo, but yeah, I think I'm fine.
I am fine as well.
Yeah,
Good.
just knackered. End of the week.
That's good. Yes, I've had my
Is this? I've
I've had my first week
Well.
in my new job this week, which has been quite fun.
Oh yeah. How was that?
Well, is it same job but new position within that job?
No,
Same place? Oh, you're just a completely new job.
yeah, different team. It's the same place, but it's a different team.
Oh,
I'm doing something different.
Same
okay,
company, different location.
That's what I
yeah.
was trying to think. Same company.
Yeah. So it's good.
Fair enough.
And
Working your way up.
I've had a few clients email and asking for help with things, and I've just been very smugly email. Like as I've been typing, imagine the smuggest face possible. Please, can you forward this to the team as I no longer work in that area? Excellent. So I've been having a great
Gives you a bit of
time.
delight.
Yeah, sunny delight.
Yeah.
How's everyone else? How's your job going, Ozzy?
First week back at school, so pretty knackered.
You
know-
dick.
You know, after having 3 weeks holiday and you finally get back to the adult grind of things like normal people.
Yeah.
So
Rich,
Rich, how about
oh. Ozzy, do you want to tell us why Martha's so good? Let's get on to this.
Are we getting into this?
Yeah.
Well, for a start, she actually has a decent job that she's gone and studied for. And well, not even that. That's just the start. But she just seems more proactive. A lot of the time, Rose's character is, I'm in love with the doctor.
Now it's interesting
Because
you
that
say
is
that.
a trait of Martha at all.
It's interesting you say that
no,
because
but
my
the whole
counter
point
my
of
counter.
Martha is to show you that not everybody can get with the doctor. Do you get what I mean?
It's
You
interesting
had
because
this whole lovey-dovey thing with Rose, but now they're showing you that the doctor doesn't always like you back. And you sometimes have to get over that and get on with your life. And then go, join units, be in the spin-off series, do a lot more than Rose. I just felt she did a lot more, to be honest. She travelled around the entire world when everything was going to shit by the Master. She did all that. She was on her own for that bit, whilst the Doctor was caged up like Gollum. She basically took care of the human Doctor when he was John Smith.
Yes.
I could open up a list of all her episodes and basically say...
coming into this, my thought on Martha was, let's list Martha's defining character traits. Number 1, she's in love with the Doctor.
Number two,
she's a doctor.
No, that was it. That's my lasting impression of her.
That was yours. Okay.
Yeah, which I think why, even though we all agree that the way Rose behaved towards Mickey and that was terrible, it at least made her a bit more of an interesting character, in my opinion.
Whereas in my opinion, it was the people around Rose that was the more interesting characters, and Martha was the more interesting thing of her family. Her family was on the sidelines. That's what I'll say was probably the worst part about her, was that they didn't do much with her family.
But this
Except
is
maybe her mum, where her mum tried to sell her out to the Saxon people.
This is the thing, I just don't really remember much about Martha, and that is why in my head I've said, well, she obviously wasn't very good or interesting then, because I haven't remembered anything.
Yeah, I mean,
I remembered her in Torchwood as well, where she basically took over from Owen when he died.
And then came back.
Well, yeah, but she was basically there for that whole story as the physical... They basically made it seem like she was going to replace him.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I don't dislike her, but I feel like they could have done a lot more with her.
I think
Like,
she's hampered by only being in one series, and I think they never planned to have her for more than one series.
Well, she came back in series 4, and she...
They brought her back because people liked her, and she was written in as a one series companion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that people liked her and they brought her back kind of goes towards my point.
Yeah.
Brought back Rose as well.
Yeah, but everyone.
But this is the thing. I don't want you to think this is like a case of, you like Martha, I dislike Martha, so let's have an argument to figure out who's best. It's just it's like Rich said, I don't dislike her. I don't really have an opinion on her, which is why I find it odd that you like her so much.
I like her more than Rose. She's not a Donna, but she's better than Rose, in my opinion.
I can understand why you prefer her to Rose, though. She actually does stuff.
And they actually did something more with her being in love with the Doctor.
Yeah.
Which they flipped it on its head and basically turned around and said, no, I don't love you back. And by the end of it, she realised this was like, all right, bitch, I'm off.
That was
on the flip side.
It was there's that great line that the Doctor has when he's explaining how what's it called, a perception filter works. When he says to her, it's like when you love someone, but they don't even know you exist.
and then
Jack just says, you too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked her more. I don't know.
Well, your explanations make sense. So,
Yeah.
It's good.
I think what I liked as well, that she's one of the few companions that has left the Doctor by her own choice.
Yeah.
Every companion seems to have to be dragged away by some reason or death. But Martha actually turned around and said, nah, I'm done. Catch you later.
Yeah, this is me getting out.
Yeah, literally.
Which is a very mature thing to do.
Yeah. Unless you're in a car on a motorway.
I mean, that kind of goes without saying.
Or an aeroplane.
Yeah.
I mean, unless the whole point of the air being
transport.
Unless the whole point being in the airplane is to do a parachute jump, then you kind of have to get out. Or if it's on fire.
Come on, it's your turn. The little buzzer's gone. It's your turn to jump out. What? Jump out of a moving plane? That's irresponsible, isn't it?
You signed up for a charity skydive. Yes, but I don't think I'll be doing it in the air.
Just onto the steps on the runway.
Yes. Is there a pool of say, water down on the ground that I could aim for, perhaps?
Or trampoline?
A trampoline.
Minecraft, you land in a tiny little pool of water, you're all right. Is it just like a little blow-up paddling pool? Yeah, I'm fine.
Hello, it's Christian here from the future. So, we spoke about Series 3 from here on in, but to be honest with you, it wasn't very interesting. We didn't say anything that hasn't been said before. There were no good jokes or anything. Basically, the good episodes we liked, the bad episodes we didn't like, the good actors we liked, the bad actors we didn't like. And so that was it. So I've cut it all out. Apologies to everyone at home that was desperate to hear it, but we had no original thoughts. And that is the sin of our times. So go away.